Patrick Beverley out for the season. Mata Yunus also in and out of the lineup. Realistically, the Rockets, besides James Harden, have not had a consistent lineup all season long. Pablo Prigioni has had to have significant minutes. Alexei Shved also has had to play significant minutes. Yet, for the Rockets, this is a team that's pretty darn good. They can beat. Again, I'm nervous if they play San Antonio. I'm going to be nervous if they play San Antonio because San Antonio in the playoffs is a completely different animal. I'll be honest. But if you look at the matchups that they have, Oklahoma City Thunder, they play them. They're probably going to destroy them. Kevin Durant's out for the season. No, I don't see them losing to the Oklahoma City Thunder. For Dallas, it really does depend whether or not Rajon Rondo can be somewhat what he was with the Celtics and when he won those championships. If he was, great. If he's going to be a distraction, I think that Dallas can implode. No chance. For LA Clippers, a lot of questions about Blake Griffin. His injury status, again, we'll see what happens. Portland, for me, there's a lot of questions as well. Realizing now after a couple of games, I mean, don't get me wrong, they're 4 in a row. The winners of 4 in a row. But losing Wesley Matthews was a big deal. Was a big blow for this team. So we'll see what happens with Portland. Again, can they get it together? Possibly. But we'll see. They're a top 4 seed for a reason. And for Memphis, they're one of the most physical teams in the NBA. So it's going to be tough playing them. No question about that. And Memphis did beat them in Houston a couple weeks ago. It did beat Houston in Houston. So, and then there's Golden State, who's arguably the favorite to win the NBA championship. So I'm not going to go too much into Golden State, but they're on another stratosphere. So for Houston, they're not a bad team. And this Western Conference is arguably the best. The best the Western Conference has been in the last couple seasons, last 5-6 years. And again, usually you have to win about 45 to 48 games in the West just to make the playoffs. In the East, not so much. Again, you look at the everything. You look at the 1 to 5 seeds; they have winning records. Everything below that, losing records. That goes to show you know where the talent is. Again, Atlanta, good team. Cleveland, okay. Chicago, not terrible. Toronto's not terrible. Washington, up hit or miss. Besides that, you have the Boston Celtics at 33-41 in the 8th spot. Are you kidding me? You have the Miami Heat, a team who was in the finals last year. Granted, they had LeBron James now, and of course Chris Bosh is out. Yet at 34-39, they are a 7 seed. And the Milwaukee Bucks, again, they're not a terrible team. I'll say that. They lost 2 in a row. They were 500 right before that. But still, 36-38. And they're a 6 seed in the East. I mean, you look at the matchups right now as they stand. Golden State and Oklahoma City. Memphis, Dallas. Houston, San Antonio. Portland, Clippers. Barring Golden State and Oklahoma City Thunder, there's not one matchup that you can say that's a definite favorite. And even Golden State and Oklahoma City, if there's somehow, by some miracle, Oklahoma City can get Russell Westbrook to play the series of his career, that is still possible. And it's funny because New Orleans, Phoenix, Utah, those are teams, again, outside of the playoff spots in the West, that could make the playoffs in the East. You look at the records right now, New Orleans could be a 5 seed in the East. Phoenix could be a 6 seed. Utah could be an 8 seed in the East. 33-41, same record as Boston. It goes to show you that the talent in the West, and don't get me wrong, the Western Conference is going to beat up on each other in the playoffs. They are. They're going to absolutely annihilate each other in the playoffs. Which, of course, makes it easier for teams like Atlanta and Cleveland to just skate by the first couple rounds. But whoever comes out of the West this season will win the NBA championship. Because let's be honest, Atlanta, they look like a version of the Detroit Pistons of the early 2000s where they don't have one big superstar, but they play collective as a team. I like the product. But again, my problem is who is going to step up in the big moments. Granted, again, I haven't watched as many Atlanta games as I would like to. But let's be honest. Kyle Korver, he's a great three-point shooter. Al Horford, it's okay. Millsap's a good player. And Teague's a good point guard. But none of those players have the clutch instinct like any of those teams in the West. For Golden State, you have Steph Curry. For Memphis, you have Mike Conley. You have Marc Gasol. For Houston, of course, James Harden. For Portland, you have L.A., or of course, Dame. For the Clippers, you have Chris Paul. For San Antonio, you have Tony Parker. For Dallas, you have Dirk. And Oklahoma City, you have Russell Westbrook. So you have all those teams that have a clutch shooter late in the game that can come out. And of course, we know who Cleveland is going to be. Kyrie Irving. Just kidding. So, that's the end of my NBA segment. So we're going to take a short break, but when we come back, we're going to talk about one segment, why I think everybody should watch the movie Whiplash. And then, I'm going to bring on somebody who's made his long-awaited debut on the show. And again, I've had a lot of guests over the years. A lot of them. But I've never been more excited about this guest. We're going to play some music right now, so we are going to play. Let's take a look here. Ooh. There's some good music in here. I'm liking the setup here. So we're going to play Firestone by Kygo on the Spicy Sports Show with Sam Cerrone on Spreaker Radio.
Ignite our bones, and when they strike, we light up.
Yes, I played that same song again. Who cares? I like it. Again, welcome back to the Spicy Sports Show with Sam Cerrone, coming to you live from Beaverton, Oregon. It's 4:40, local time, 7:40 back on the East Coast. So I have my last segment, and it's about the movie Whiplash. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's a movie about a drummer who, again, this is his dream to be the best drummer of all time. And then there's a professor who pushes his butt to get to essentially push him to the limits, in other words. Again, I'm not allowed to swear, so this is going to be a little difficult. But, and just kidding. Anyway, no, the movie Whiplash is one of those movies where you see people, and again, this is if you really want to test yourself, if you really want to push yourself, there are people in your life that push you. There are people in life that really push you, and then there are people in that absolutely drive you to the point of being crazy and make you question whether or not this is your profession. Sometimes, every once in a while, I feel like people need that. Sometimes people need that pushing point. If you want to dare to be great, people will push you. But at some point, you're going to have to push yourself to a level where you've never been before. And for me, sometimes I need that. And sometimes you need that. Sometimes you need a point in your life where you need to know that this is worth it. And there are going to be people that test you. Not just to test you, but they really, really sometimes want to just prove you wrong and say that you're in the wrong profession. You're not in the right profession. This isn't for you. It's too hard. It's too tough. Blah, blah, blah. And yet, like in the movie Whiplash, sometimes proving people wrong can be the best feeling in the world. Sometimes